You know, when some people want to make money, they'll collect gold bars, they'll put money in stock. You know what I put my money in? Xbox consoles. That's right. Xbox has just announced that they're raising the price of the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X yet again. You know, I did a video not that long ago about the Xbox handhelds, and I was going to do an update about that. So let's tack that on to what we have today about Xbox and these console prices. Long story short, they just announced that US console pricing updates have been announced for September 19th, 2025. Here's what they say on the website. Beginning on October 3rd, we will update the recommended retailer pricing for the Series S and Series X consoles in the US due to changes in the macroeconomic environment. We understand that these changes are challenging and they were made with careful consideration. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and providing value for Xbox players. Wonderful. So how much are they increasing the price specifically? Well, here are the new prices. The 512 Series S is now $399.99. The 1 terabyte is $449.99. The Series X digital is $599.99. The Series X normal with the disk drive, $649.99. And the Series X 2 terabyte is $799.99. You know, I would tell people to throw their money in S&P, but with numbers like this, just buy an Xbox because chances are prices are going to go up yet again in the near future. I joke, but this is kind of crazy. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I first saw this because Jez Corden tweeted about it, and they're saying over on Windows Central that tariffs bite Xbox fans even harder as Microsoft again increases Xbox Series X and S prices in the US. Here's how much more you will pay, and he probably does I hope he does a breakdown about the price difference. Yeah. So $399, it was previously $379, so that's a $20 increase. $20 increase for the Series S. We have a $50 increase for the digital. $50 increase for the Series X. I'm doing the math in my head. Okay, give me a break. And is that a $70 increase for the 2 terabyte? This is absolutely nuts. Some shocking price increases there for the Xbox Series X and S consoles. That is a lot of money. Now, this follows PlayStation, who has done one price increase this year in the United States for their PlayStation 5 console. That was announced not that long ago. And of course, prices for everything have been increasing. It's very unfortunate to see that we're this far into the console generation and we are seeing prices increase like this. And it is what it is. Now, I have a little bit of an update about the pricing story for the Xbox ROG Xbox Ally X that I talked about. A lot of people pointed out that the images sent in from the original user are of the current model. So I want to just take the L on that one. Obviously, the current model. But this is the whole reason that I called Best Buy. I actually got them on the phone and I asked them, and they specified that the new model coming out in October would cost the prices that I reported in that original video. So I still have that. I just called customer support and that's what they happened to tell me, right? Now, Best Buy actually, I reached out to Best Buy and actually got a comment from their consumer person, and they said the following. Hey, Destin, thanks for reaching out. Pricing for the ROG Xbox Ally and ROG Xbox Ally X has not been announced yet. The fact tag, and they're talking about the pricing tag shown in your recent videos, is for the current in-market ROG Ally X. Customers interested in learning more about ROG Xbox Ally and ROG Xbox Ally X can keep an eye on bestbuy.com for official details. So kind of a non-answer. They basically said, hey, the images in your story are for the current model. Yes, we all know that, but the customer associate still told me the $899 price. Well, fast forward a few days, I'm getting other retailers who are now posting their prices. I believe Tom, I want to say, sent this one in. Thank you, Tom, for bringing it to my attention. PB Tech in New Zealand is now posting their prices for the Asus ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X. You can see here it's 1,799 New Zealand dollars, whatever that is. We'll go over that in a second. And if you actually Google the current model is 1390.17 over there, which is something like it's $814, which is a weird amount, because if Best Buy is saying the current model is $899, but in New Zealand it actually is around $800, whatever. If you Google, you can Google it yourself. PB Tech Asus ROG Xbox Ally 7-inch. It's there in listings. So they're pricing the lower end model at $1,099, and they are pricing the higher end model at $1,799. And if you do the math on that, that means the lower end model in New Zealand dollars is $644.13 in US dollars, and the higher end is $1,054.41. Here's the thing with all of these pricing changes, I don't think Xbox knows what they want to price the thing at yet, which is why pre-orders aren't open, and which is why we have not got a concrete answer as to how much this thing is going to cost. They've done 2 console price increases just in the last few days, and I have to wonder if that is sort of part of what is going on here. And I have to wonder if that is because stuff like this is happening. They're increasing the prices on the fly of their base console. We just had a price update about the Xbox Series S and Series X. Now, when I originally did that story, I did post I think it's this one. I did post a pinned comment that said the photos are of the Ally X, but when I called Best Buy, they confirmed the launch date of the new handhelds unprompted and gave me the price of both SKUs. I am trying to find a third source to verify further. So now, unfortunately, the story is getting muddy, and I do apologize to all of y'all for not making sure that I looked at the images a little bit closer to ensure that those were actually the current model and not the previous model. I got a little mixed up. I don't have that particular handheld in my house, so I made the mistake there, taking the L on that one. But it doesn't mean that the fact that I called the phone number and they gave me a price, that actually did happen. So a little bit of an update on that one, a little bit of an update with Xbox pricing in general. Oh my goodness, what a story. What do you think? First of all, how do you feel about them raising prices? I got to imagine this is not going to do great things for their console sales. It's definitely not going to raise their console sales. They've already struggled with their console sales, and this definitely isn't going to help it. So that is going to be a thing that I imagine continues into the future, where Xbox console sales continue to decline. But it seems like they are trying to go with a little bit of a different strategy in the console market than PlayStation is, at least for the time being. Time will tell how it all pans out. And then with the Xbox ROG Ally X, I guess we're back to not really being sure what the pricing is. I really wish Microsoft would just announce it. So, like, look, if those prices were right, great. I think the prices that I was told by the Best Buy person, I think that's great. I think $899 makes sense and $549 makes sense. Everybody seemed to respond positively to that video. Some people felt like it was too expensive. Some people felt like it was too cheap. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I have for this one. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to know when my content goes live. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. A huge thank you to all of the members: Chris, Freddy, Philaroni, Aries EMS, and Shane Carroll. Thank you all so much, as well as all the members who actually support, or if you support over on Patreon, you support on YouTube, whatever. Now, if you want to see the original video, obviously some updates in this one, but if you want context on that, you can check it out here, and I will see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.